And so let's actually get into this 5-step formula now, where you get to put your understanding of needs into this formula, which you can bring into any communication, where if you do that, you're going to end up having a much higher chance of getting an empathic response back, where they really understand you and where you're coming from, and where you both feel heard, understood, and respected. And so this 5-step formula you can bring into any conversation, and the order is: you express empathy for what they're going through, you make a specific observation of what they're doing, you express your feelings, you tell them your needs, and then you make a request. So I'm going to give an example of how a conversation might potentially go wrong, and then we're going to go through each step of the process, and I'm going to explain why they're so useful, and then we're going to put that example into that formula. And at the end, what we're going to have is a much better and effective way of communicating that need that that person was trying to get met. Okay, so for this example, we're going to say we're in an office and one of the workers is coming in and they've been late 3 times that week. And the manager's getting more and more frustrated with this. So that person might come in and the manager might say, "Oh, you're always late." And so in response to that, the person's defenses are just going to go up, because they're going to think unconsciously, wait, have I always been late? Am I late every time now? And will I forever be late? So they might reply with "Oh, I'm really sorry." But really they're just going to be thinking, this person just made a massive judgment at me and they don't get what I'm going through. And so that futile expression of an unmet need from that manager gets met with criticism, judgment, and anger back from that person. And so the aim of using a formula like this is just to increase your chances of getting an empathic response back, where they understand where you're coming from. Okay, and so the first step is empathy. And this is one of those steps which is so regularly overlooked by people, but is so powerful when you use it. And what empathy is you expressing an attempt to understand what they're going through. So in this example, the manager could say, "Hey, I know that you're going through a lot at the moment and it's a really stressful time for you." And at least at that point, that person's going to feel like, this person is getting me somewhat. So if you're going to express an observation of something that they're doing, then it's really important just to be as specific as you possibly can, because that stops their defenses rising. If you say something like, "You're always late," that's just incorrect. So if you express, "Hey, you've been late 3 times this week," as much as they might be feeling mildly under attack, at least you're not saying something that's wrong. They can't argue with what you've said.
What if leadership growth and resilience fit right in your pocket? Meet Kai.ai, psychologist-led, AI-supported coaching that helps your people thrive. Track progress, unlock insight,